need me one of them.
Cordell, man.
Cordell, where you at, baby? I need one of them, baby.
Let's get it. Let's get it, let's go. 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 Step inside the booth, it's time to get it cracking. Tag me in the comments, they said please get active. Jump in the game like Iverson, like I don't need to practice. Leave them all on 12 Island if they want that action. I know that I'm a dog, there's nothing you can tell me. Got me tripping out just like a carousel. Cordell enter in the chat, I'ma make it feel me. Now it's time to kick him out just like the Brian Kelly. Yeah, from an era that's tough. Harder talking in the rings, it isn't enough. Got one lock like DBU, but I'm keeping it shut. I'm like Derek Curio when it's time to be clutch. Yeah, I'm up in the scope. Feel no mercy for the odds, not keeping it close. I go hard in the paint like Shaq in the post. Boots on the ground, they gon' step when I tell them to go. Now I'm in my zone, I done found my space. I've been down fourth alone, I had to make a way. Told them everything is green when you want the fade. I'm like Kevin fucking 96, I'ma have my way. It's a marathon, I'ma run a race. Come off the block just like a Lennon, I'ma make a pay. Man, I always been a winner, I know what it takes. Wake up every morning, number one, so what you trying to
All right, welcome in here as we are live once again from Pizza Byron's here in Willow Grove, right off of Perkins Road in Baton Rouge. I am joined, as always, every single Sunday from 4 to 5 with everyone's favorite LSU quarterback, Rohan Davey, as he is sitting here to my left, live here on Tingle Co. to recap LSU versus Arkansas as the Tigers win 23-22, back in the winner column. After a, what, 3 straight losses?
It's been a month.
1 and 4 over the last 5 before this one.
It's not fun to do it that way.
Finally got a win. It's nice to walk back in and sit back down row after a victory, right?
Woo! Yes, it is. Yes, it is, baby. I don't care who it is, what it is. You know, when you're coming off of the week that these guys have been coming off of the last month, actually, and you throw in there a coaching change in the process, I mean, bruh, you just happy to take it the way it went down, and then for them to show the resiliency from the cluster at the beginning of the football game, and to get through and fight through and to, pull it off in the fourth quarter, showing that resiliency and showing that fight for Coach Frank, man. That's what a lot of that said to me. With how these guys play, with the emotions that they play with, man. And I was super, super proud of them. I really were. I was super, super proud.
No, I agree. I think one thing that was apparent to everyone throughout the ball game, but especially at the end, after you get the win, you saw the fellas sprint over there to that trophy, which no diss to the trophy itself.
Right.
But it's not really it's not the goal,
in
right?
2019, they left it on the field.
It's not the trophy you want to hold up. And so seeing them sprint over there to it shows me that Frank made this game mean something, right? That it meant something.
Gave them something to play for.
Even though in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter because you can't play for a national championship at this point.
Right, the standard.
Right.
The standard. So the standards passed you by. But what we say, you're going to win these individual battles. Like, you're going to win the battle. Can't win the war, but you can still win these little individual battles that, especially when you have a new regime coming in, to show your worth. You know what I mean? And not just from a coach's perspective, but also from a player's perspective. I know we're going to get into Van Buren, but a guy like him, you think about it, he's going to determine a lot depending on who comes in, if they bring their own guy or whatever it may be. But he's going to be looked at to see what your benchmark was over these last 3 games going forward. So it's a lot for them. It's a lot for the guys that we need to retain as well. So, man, look, and it was important, bro. Like, the outside forces may look at it and say it's not important. We're not going here, but it's important for Frank Wilson. It's important for those guys that he has recruited. It's important for those coaches that he's made it a little bit more better to go coach over the last few weeks. The players are enjoying going back to practice.
Yep.
These guys it's a little bit better for those guys. You understand what I'm saying?
100%.
So that in itself puts a lot of meaning into what's going on.
And I think, you saw Frank when he was spoken to after the game, the on-the-field interview, as well as the press conference. And I think one of the questions asked was, what does this win mean to you? And he answered it with one word.
Everything.
Filled with emotion. And he said everything. It means everything. I think that shows it's from the top down. That game meant everything to him, getting a win. Therefore, because of the way the players care about Frank, getting a win meant everything to them, right?
And then the thing, too, when you talk about a culture,
yeah.
When you talk about from a coach's perspective, okay, the season's over and you're not going to go to the playoffs and all these things, you're not going to. So what does that mean? I mean, you just tank it? You know what I mean?
Right.
So still, as a culture, we're still LSU, even though, it hasn't gone our way, but we're still going to go out there and fight for every victory. So that's another thing that when we talk about the culture and toughness and grit and overcoming adversity, that's all part of it as well.
And I also thought when you look at the game yesterday, you just saw, especially on the defensive side of the ball, a commitment to making it a football game. I thought there was every opportunity at the start of that game to check out. When you go down 14-0, and your defense makes plays, you get a punt block turned into a touchdown, and you're in one of those spots where it's just like, are they going to be able to be resilient and battle back from this? And they did that, which was very, very good to see. And it's a credit to Frank Wilson, the staff, and the rest of the guys on this roster.
No doubt.
What was your thoughts when LSU went down early in the game, where they get the fumble and they go 3 and out and they go down 14-0 early?
My initial thought was, okay, they're going to make this hard.
Yeah.
And then my other thought to it was, well, okay, let's see, because it was early. You know what I mean? Yeah, it did go wrong, but it still was early in the football game to where you could bounce back from it. So my initial thought was, okay, well, it's going to be a little bit harder. Let's see if this makes the kid press a little bit more. Let's see what comes off of what's the reaction from what's happening right now, right? And that was one of the things that I was actually impressed with him with in the fourth quarter. Not early, not fourth quarter, not early, because early I thought he was terrible. But fourth quarter, when we needed the fourth quarter, end of the third quarter, when we needed plays, when we had to be comfortable in the pocket, when we had to slide, get the ball out, make throws, make decisions, I think he did a good job of that at that point. I think he did.
Yeah, I think you saw a big response from not only Van Buren, but what they were playing for. Like, that would have been and I know this is not the case anymore where Brian Kelly is not your head coach, but if you go down with Brian Kelly at the top, 14-0, it's roll over. This was the exact opposite. You saw a response. You saw him get down 14-0, then the towel started to come out. They were waving him on the sidelines. Everybody rallied around because they wanted to get a win for Frank. Like, that's his first win as a head coach for LSU, and you saw that was the biggest. That's more of what they were playing for, whether it be the boot, Arkansas, but it was to get a win and get kind of a sense of normalcy and stability with the program, and that's what Frank has done the best of. You see, name me one time you saw a player come up during a post-game interview and hug a coach in the middle of it. You saw Caden Durham do that with Frank Mosley, walk through and say, "I love you, coach."
Right.
And he kissed him on the cheek.
They
love him.
Do you think
this is a
you
moral
would
conversation
ever
now.
see that with Coach Kelly?
No.
Kiss him on the cheek.
He probably would have fussed at him.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, even if you're going to do that, there's a certain way to go about it, right? If you're going to
But he
get
knows
on them.
these kids.
Yeah, but that's the difference, though. That's the difference when you're out intimately recruiting them.
Right.
You sat in their mom's home. You've spoken to them. You've eaten dinner with them. So, and you weren't their head coach before this, right? You just became their head coach. So the relationship you had with them was a lot more intimate and personal than that of a normal head coach. So that's why when you see these coaches, man, get thrown into these roles, they're usually, just like they say the backup quarterback is the favorite, it's the same way with these guys, but even more so with Frank because of how heavily he has recruited these guys. So that plays such a huge part in how they're going to go out. They're going to run through a wall for him.
And
that's because he knows that
they
they know that he'll run through a wall for them.
Yep.
and probably has.
That's what I was going to ask you, Ro. I mean, obviously you've played for a bunch of different coaches. How much different is it really when you're playing for a coach that you know has a relationship with you, loves you as not just a player but a person, versus playing for a coach that you're just kind of a means to an end?
It's night and day, because you move different. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like what they say to you and what you say to them is totally different. The way you go about even the confidence you have in them is totally different. I got more confidence in the guy that showed that he has more confidence in me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I don't never talk to you or we never have that kind of relationship, you may invite everybody to your home, but I only come there for 10 minutes and leave, but I'm the guy. Like, that's where all the little things, that's where the relationships are formed, and that relationship was not formed.
It really did
That's
feel
why-
like
well,
a means to an end. Like, you're just here because, like, it's my wins. Like, you're just a part of a cog in the machine, as opposed to we're all doing this together.
Yeah, well, it's not together because everyone's looking, especially when you have a coach that's trying to use it to climb the ladder. Now you're looking at it as this is just a stopping point on me trying to get to where I want to go.
And the next thing I was going to ask you, Ro, you brought it up early when we're talking about the response to going down 14-0. Whenever LSU did that, they go touchdown, field goal, to
Still was too many field goals.
Right.
But he made it 50.
to cut it to 14-13. But the 3 straight scoring drives after going down 14-0.
They answered.
And they responded.
They answered, and that kid played well during that the 3 straight series. Decisive with the football, kept his head up on scrambles, not running with his head down. So clearly just a lot more confident in his ability to keep the play alive. And also what I liked about him was he scrambled, but he scrambled with his head up. He scrambled with his head up, and it would still have the ability to make a plays and throw the football. So, it started out shaky in the beginning. I think, just listen, I can attest for starting a game in Tiger Stadium for the first time.
Right.
In dire situations, and having basically feeling like the weight of your team is on your shoulders. So for him to go in there and play, just being as inaccurate, because he was just very inaccurate at the beginning, very inaccurate.
Tight.
He was tight. He was trying to be perfect,
Right.
throwing to the ground, and he felt the pressure of the moment of the situation. And I feel him. I feel you. I get it. But what I liked about it was it didn't last, right? It didn't last throughout the entire game. You see it sometimes where guys don't never shake the jitters. And he shook it thanks to some good play calling, right? That got him moving, using his legs, throwing back across himself, not thinking about, okay, I'm reading here, getting out his hand. And then you saw him get comfortable in the pocket. He actually was a lot more comfortable in the pocket than I thought he would be. He looked very comfortable in the pocket, just throwing from the pocket. So we know he could go outside, but the pocket was very clean for me with him. So I was
Impressed.
Listen, I thought he did I thought he did enough, and most importantly, he didn't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
So even though some shows might have been behind or in the dirt or whatever, he didn't turn the ball over, which was super important.
Yeah, and I thought one of the plays that really spoke to kind of the ability he has that I think a lot of people wanted the most, not thinking that he was going to be this big-time answer that was 10 times better than what they had before.
Right.
But on that throw to Bauer Sharp for the touchdown, where he rolls right, looks like he's going to scramble, and it pulls the defender up, and he's able to dump it over the
That's
top.
that ability to run.
Right.
And,
It makes it so much easier for you.
Well, I mean, listen, that's what you get when you have a guy that has shown and they know that he can run, that he has the ability to run. I mean, it's no different than any other dual threat guy when they get on the flank and know and understand. And I mean, listen to it. It helps that anytime it's a first-year guy and you're playing a team for the first time, it's always in your advantage. It's always in your favor, to be seeing a team for the first time, especially if you're a dual threat guy, because now you have to worry about, is he as fast as he looks on film? Right? Can he really throw the ball or can he not? How close? So it's a lot of things that were in our favor with him. And the biggest thing, man, honestly, is the poise. To me, was the poise he showed from the middle of the third quarter on through the entire game. His ability to move, step up, move, keep his eyes upfield, but also just, man, his presence and calmness.
Confidence.
His presence and calmness and confidence in the pocket. And in those last quarter and a half was impressive.
And on top of that, something that made the game easier for him and made the offense flow was the fact that they got the run game going.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Barry and Durham combined for 23 carries. That was at 113 yards or 117 yards and a touchdown. And they also caught the ball well out of the backfield.
And, the other thing they did was they didn't abandon it. It was
Right.
consistent. It was a consistent. Now, I mean, it's a little harder when you're not, but it was times throughout the game that they weren't banging it, and so he stayed consistent with it, and it was still always an option. So that helped.
Especially, I mean, like I thought one time I really liked it was, I mean, when they went down 14-0. That's a moment where you can add too much pressure on yourself, and you're down 14-0. Feel like you got to get it all back. Like you got to push the envelope. And that first drive down 14-0, you get a Caden Durham run for 7 yards. And then Van Buren throws it to Durham for 10 yards. You rush up the middle for nothing, and you stick with it. You throw to Barry for 13 yards. You run with Barry for 2 yards. And you just saw them commit to the run, and then ultimately Durham runs one in to score.
And I still don't see the burst from him.
Right.
But I see he's getting healthy. No doubt. But it ain't that burst that he had. You know
of
what
course,
I'm saying?
the track speed.
Oh yeah, bro. I need to see that, baby.
But it was nice to
You
see.
saw little, you saw flashes.
I need to
Yes.
see that, baby.
It was like it just
Get
I
healthy,
think-
because that's a help. That'll help.
Yeah.
Right. And but he shed some tackles. The touchdown run, he broke a couple of tackles, got some guys off of him, found his way into the end zone. It was really, really good to see.
We need to get some more. He need to get Barry. I know Barry's a freshman, but if Barry had a little bit more stoutness to him,
Yeah.
Because, bro, it's a lot of times he about to bust through the hole and he just falling down.
Right, getting bumped.
Yeah, man. Getting, a little elbow.
a little freshman in the locker room.
Yeah.
G-check.
But, I mean, I think those two guys made a really, really good, nice 1-2 punch.
I think he's
the
taking a
other
lot of
night.
pressure
I
off
think
of
they
Caden
did.
Durham
No
to
doubt.
have to be able to
No
be
doubt.
that guy because they both have a similar skill set. You
No
have
doubt.
Caleb Jackson that you would think would be that kind of that bull in the china shop, like go get me the tough yards. He doesn't. He's not there. And so Caden Durham has kind of resorted to that, and that's where he lost a little bit of his burst. Is I got to get you 3 or 4, and I'm not looking to hit a home run.
Right.
And Barry gets to come in and be like, this is fun for me. And so you've seen that, and now you add Van Buren into that, where it's kind of the play calling opened up a little bit. Like I know there was also some times where it was. You get the interception, 4 plays, 5 yards, and a field goal. It's like, that didn't look great at all. Like, you need to do anything.
I mean, listen, it wasn't a great game to watch.
No, not at all.
Let's be clear.
You got to win.
It wasn't a great game to watch, but we got to win. And that was the most important thing based on everything that's been going on with these guys. And it just, they need something to rub their belly, make them feel good, baby. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. That was that belly rubber.
That's what I'm about to say. I mean, because the drives that didn't work.
Oh, it was terrible.
3 plays,
That was
5 yards,
terrible.
3 plays, 3 yards, 3 plays, negative 11 yards,
It was terrible.
6 plays, 14
It's
yards.
hard watch now.
Yeah. And your quarterback going, what are we, oh.
It was rough.
But I did think Atkins. But I did think Atkins did some good things. He kind of got comfortable too with knowing how Van Buren plays.
No doubt. And you saw that later on as they kept going. You saw what because at first he was trying to get him comfortable, but he wasn't pushing the right buttons, right? And because even on the test screen they threw to the right, the Barry, and he almost threw it and hit Durham in the head because they was same size. So it was a lot going on early, especially in that first quarter. And thank God was able to weather the storm and keep it the way it was because of the defense. But bro, it wasn't pretty now.
Yeah.
It wasn't pretty.
And I thought one of the drives, I mean, like Lloyd said, talking about Atkins getting comfortable, when you needed a drive put together to get in the end zone, you saw him kind of get in his bag a little bit with those trick plays.
4 trick plays in a row.
Hey, listen, man. Listen.
They're having fun.
I'm going to tell you, that sequence, I would never forget. That sequence of play, I would never forget it in my life because you know why? I've never seen it.
Right.
I've never seen it. One after another, after another, after another. And the crazy part about it is the kid executed all 4 of them perfectly.
Right.
They had a high-low, deep, high-low. He made the right throw on every single one of them. Every single one of them. You running a trick play on first down.
And then go back to another
Motion,
one.
pop into a coming, and then the defense don't know what to think.
Right.
But that's the whole point of it, right? That's the whole point of it. I was actually happy to see at least you trying some crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least hell,
This
we
what
don't
we're
got
doing.
nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And when you needed to put that drive together.
You needed it. And he was like, you know what? F this.
We can't take it with me.
Everybody can touch the ball.
Everybody get a call. Let's go. I loved it.
But it does show like the talent on this team. Like
does.
Jawan Johnson being able to play quarterback.
Bro,
and
he was a quarterback.
He was great.
Right.
And, like then you see Barryon Brown get involved. Like you see Xavier Thomas get involved, and all
and
these.
And then you know what it is. Also, it's exciting for the players.
Yeah, it's
Right.
fun.
Like, oh, we'd never do
A
this.
little backyard,
You know what I'm
backyard
saying?
football, like you're a kid again.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but bro, it's like, why not?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why not, bro? Why not?
And once you got the first one, it was the whole bag was opened up. That's
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
like one little section on the play sheet.
We're gonna
like,
try
these are
this one.
specials. It's like this is the whole play sheet right now. Everybody's open.
You're gonna try the first
That's exactly
one.
right.
If the first one
And it
works,
was
you're going to the
simple
second
too.
one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got one off of this.
I'm gonna show him, but that's what I'm gonna show him something else, and it's gonna be something else.
Right.
I'm gonna show him the same thing, but we're gonna throw it here, guys. We're gonna roll it here and show it here. I'm gonna show this, but now you throw it back over here, and he takes off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like trick play number 1, trick play number 2.
Right.
This one works off of
Trick play
this.
number 3.
It's the most.
And-
It's the
and then
best the offense has looked.
And then you as a quarterback, you're like trick play number 3, like.
Hell
Seriously?
yeah! Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right. You know what I'm saying? So it's the excitement about it, because I'm sure that's how they were in the huddle as well. Like, damn, coach ain't playing, boy. You know what I'm saying? Coach up there. We
gonna
going.
win this
Yeah.
thing.
Trust all of
Coach,
us.
that right. He's like, listen, boy, throw it to him and be open. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's exciting, bro.
Run a
Yeah.
reverse to Jawan. Now, after the reverse, you throw it back to me, and I'm going to throw it down the field. It's like, everybody's ripping the football all over the place.
You fall down when you running across and just stay there until you see Jawan get it. Then you get up.
No, it was.
That's what it looked like.
No, it was-
That's what it looked like, but it was very
You out-athleted
calculated.
them.
It was calculated. It was very calculated. I'm here for it, bro.
and it was the drive to put you in front. It's the drive to win the game.
Yes.
It's a drive to win
I'm
the game.
here for it, man. The conventional way wasn't working. He's
Right.
You know, whether or not how deep he can go in the playbook, you know what I mean? Meaning Van Buren.
Yeah.
Or that's just what they feel like we need to do with him. Well, hey, you know what? Run it up. Let's go.
And to credit the defense, one of the stats I wanted to throw out there, they forced 4 turnovers. You forced a fumble after a 6-play, 49-yard drive to open the game. You get a quick interception on the first play of that drive. You get another interception on a 9-play, 71-yard drive, and then a turnover on downs on 7 plays, 87 yards. So Arkansas put drives together, got down the field, and you took the football away.
They couldn't finish. And that's why earlier when we talked about it, I was like, thank God our defense. I mean, but listen, bro, I don't expect, honestly, though, I don't think that, it's just like early on with the offense when we saw what they were.
Right.
It's the same thing with the defense. They are opportunistic. They lost weak, so now, now it's a little bit tougher on them.
Yeah.
But they are a bend but don't break at this point of the season. Early on, they were a lot better. Right now, it's a bend but don't break, but they still have that takeaway ability every time because you still have playmakers on all levels of the football, of the field for them on defense. So every level, they could get a strip sack, they could get you picked by Perk and Weeks, and then you got the secondary with Delaney and the boys that could take it away if you put the ball around them. So, they've had to make those plays all year. Now, listen, this is one of them games where, listen, we needed everybody, baby.
All of it.
Every single thing that happened, we needed every bit of it. You know what I mean? Against an Arkansas team that, granted, they've been close in 5 out of their whatever losses. They've been very close in them games, and they played tough and, tops on offense and
Right.
those things. We know the offense, with Petrino is very superior. So that was that. But, they shot themselves in the foot.
Right.
On some things, also. So.
Petrino hates LSU.
Oh, he does.
He could use
He ran toss dive
dive.
twice, and he
That's
fumbled.
what-
They fumbled
hey,
it the first
hey,
time.
and then I'm gonna tell you, the first time would have scored. The first time
Yeah,
would have
it was open.
scored. The first time would have scored like you could have ran a doggone semi truck through that thing, or he
Right.
could have bounced it out and went
Right.
outside. So the first time would have scored, but it shows his arrogance.
Yeah.
It's not something
Oh
on
yeah,
practice.
because you know what it says. With all that stuff, whether you line up in a shotgun, toss it when you're inside the 10. It's like, why do you do that?
Right.
It's like, you know what? I'm gonna do it again.
Ran it twice. It didn't
And I
work
think
either
he's-
time.
And honestly, I think he's a gangster offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I really do. I like him. But that stubbornness is part of why he's good, but it's also part of why
You might not get another head
Make
coaching
mistakes,
job.
right?
it's part of why.
Because then they
You
go
know
for
what I
it on
mean?
4th down. You see the
Part of why.
defense bow its neck.
Right.
And
That's
then,
exactly right.
And then all
Kobe
he can say
Guillory.
is like, they didn't
Right.
even review it.
Right.
Like
Big.
he's still mad about that going into the half. He's like, they didn't even look at the 4th down. It's like, do you think that's LSU doing that?
Yeah, it's not LSU's fault. You're talking about the playmakers on all three levels. Once again, 2 weeks in a row that Harold Perkins has looked excellent. His stat line, only 4 total tackles, but he had a sack, 2 TFLs, and an interception. Was all over the field, balling for LSU. 2 weeks in a row, Harold Perkins looks like he's boosted the draft stock a little bit.
Well, bro.
He hates Arkansas.
Yeah.
Bobby Petrino hates LSU.
He kills Arkansas every year.
Arkansas.
He kills Arkansas every damn year, bro. And one, it looks like he's getting – because, listen, for Weeks to be out also impacts him a lot, right? Now he got to make some calls. He got to be more tuned in. Weeks took a lot off his plate, right? Mm-hmm. So the fact that it looks like he's now getting in sync with him being not there, right? So, I mean, bro, and his instincts, especially on that interception, his ability to see it, decipher it, and close. I mean, the boy closed like a freight train.
He's back. His suddenness is back. His quickness.
That's right. That's exactly right. And his ability for what Blake puts him in these positions to where he is comfortable, to where he can affect the game in a really, really big way, even on third downs when they now try to bring him down and rush him. So I think they have a good feel for him. And he likes where they're putting him to play. Mm-hmm. So he's excelling right now, man. I definitely think that he turned it up a little bit.
No, I agree. I thought he looked really good. I also thought there were a few times that you wanted to shout out Bobby Petrino because on some must-get-it plays, they decided to go at number 4. And it makes you scratch your head every time.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, buddy. Go ahead and do that.
In the red area, in the end zone.
Right,
hey,
throw it at
man,
him in the end zone.
That kid's one of the top 2 cornerbacks in the country.
That's the Thorpe Award winner.
Like, simply put, he's the best DB in the country. I mean, his attitude, his swagger, his technique, his ability to play off, and his ability to press in man-to-man, his ability to read routes and route combinations. Like, the kid is smart, plus you put on top of it his athletic ability and his aggressiveness. Like, bruh, he'll
come up and hit you.
Mm-hmm. He's a damn good.
Got it all.
He has it all. He's a damn good.
And that's part of the frustration of this year is you feel like you kind of wasted it. Like because whenever LSU has the DB like that, it usually results in you're playing into whether it be a college football playoff or an SEC championship. But then you see that you say, okay, if you're going to keep this staff together, like that's a part of it because you brought in Delane. Now you have DJ Pickett. That's the next one up. And if you're trying to hire a coach. Like, you got to, these are some non-negotiables you got on the staff. And then on the other side of it, it says, the way that you see these people play for Frank, like, he could fuck around and win this job.
Well, I think you win this week, you win out, I think it helps his case a lot. I really, truly believe that and listen, this is whatever the reasons don't matter. It's wins or losses. So I really believe that if
it's a result-based business,
better results at McNeese, I don't even think this would be a question of whether or not you get a shot to interview, right? The biggest thing though with it is the players, former and current, right? And he wins out. You make all the noise you want to because there'd be a lot of noise. And the right thing to do would be to at least interview. That's at least you can do. If it ends the way we anticipate it ending. When someone steps into a situation like that where you're going through a coaching change and he has the pulse of Louisiana. This is not someone that you can say does not love LSU, does not love the state of Louisiana, does not understand the culture. This is total opposite from the guy we just let go. So when you know about someone that cares and cut him, bleeds purple and gold, that's not a question. Whether or not he's going to do his all for LSU, that's not a question. None of that comes into question. The only thing you're going to question is whether or not he has the experience for the job because it is such a high-profile job. Well, this is an audition. This is an audition for him these last few games. This is an audition based on you steadied the ship with recruiting, right? We haven't had guys saying, hey, we don't want to come. You steadied the ship on every platform. You haven't had guys saying, hey, I'm jumping in the portal. You haven't had coaches on the same point saying, hey, talking bad and all that about the program. So he's right the ship and stated the ship in all the positive areas. Now it's just whether or not you want to take a chance with a Louisiana guy. Of course, the players are going to love it. You know what I mean? So that's what it comes down to. But if he finishes out strong, I mean, we're going to make some noise, baby.
But you can go back in history. That's how Coach O won the job. They all loved him. And then once the players start talking, it's like, you got to keep Frank. But LSU has to make a decision of, do you want a 5-year decision on Frank, or do you want a 25-year decision on Frank? Because once he puts his name in that arena, once he throws his hat in the ring, if it doesn't work out, have you ever seen somebody step down from a head coach? Right.
And that's what I was going to say is, in a sense, head coaches are expendable. Right, when you look at that, they're the first person going to catch the ball. So, like Coach O, you'd love to have Coach O as a recruiter or a D-line coach or whatever. But since he got the head coaching job and the way it ended, you can't ever really bring him back in some lesser capacity for the optics, for the all of those things that can come from it. And so, in a sense, if Frank does become the head coach, it puts him in a position to be expendable, where if it doesn't go well, he's the one that's got to go. You can't just kind of demote him back to recruiting coordinator and hire somebody else to be the coach.
You can.
Right? And so, in a sense, like, it's almost better for LSU just to keep Frank on staff forever because of what he means to the culture, recruiting.
Why do you feel like you can't go from being a head coach back down to whether
I've never seen it.
You can do it.
Yeah, sure. I agree.
I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible.
It just never happened.
It's just
you can do it.
Right. I'm not saying it is possible.
Some get their opportunity in that role, and then you find out whether you like the role or whether you're not ready for that time in that role. Then you go back to what you was doing before. Trust me, ain't no coach gonna say,
I don't want a job.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
And then what Steve Insminger said, like, nobody ever fires the tight ends coach.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm good here.
Exactly.
But if anybody could do it, if you wanted to give Frank a what? And it checks all the boxes.
Because the thing about it is, what you say with that is that guy don't want to be in that position. That's bull crap. That's bull. Like that little baby said, that bullshit. Nah.
Bullshit.
We want that. I mean, and when I say that, like you, especially in the profession that these guys are in, you are in it to keep climbing. And like I said, now some find out that it ain't for you or it's too much or whatever. But hell, I want that opportunity. You know what I mean?
There's a little part of you that always like, I should be. I could be a head. I can do this.
You saw how much it meant to him to do it and win.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
100%. And I think, like you said, if you win out, there's a conversation. I think the reason why is because you've got an Oklahoma team in 2 weeks that went into Tuscaloosa and won yesterday. Oklahoma wins 23-21 over Alabama after another win over Tennessee 2 weeks prior, 33-27. So Oklahoma will likely jump into the top 10, and if they handle business against Missouri this Saturday,
they'll be third string.
Right, they'll be a top 10 team when LSU heads into Norman, Oklahoma, to face off against the Sooners.
And shout out Brennan Taylor. If I can't go, you can't go neither. And that's what LSU's in the position to play spoiler because regular crust man. But you're in a position to where like it feels LSU needed to win in the worst way.
Right.
You're 1-4 going into this.
You're 1-4 your last 5.
And that's not the standard, right? And you see how much it matters to Frank whenever even he's singing the alma mater when Brian Kelly was leaving before they did it. And now you have Frank leading the charge for it. And you see what happens when he enters the locker room. Like, they're playing for something. If it's not for your season, they ain't playing to go to the Cheez-It Bowl. That's not what it is right now. Now it's playing for Frank Wilson and playing for LSU and the pride. He's instilled that in them.
100%.
That's where they are right now.
That's the one thing that I think you saw more than anything else in that football game was the pride and meaning behind wearing the colors.
Yeah.
Being on the field.
They don't want to disappoint him.
Right, 100%. And so I think that game in 2 weeks.
Where do you think I got it from?
He's crazy.
What we were saying, Ro, is that Oklahoma obviously took down Alabama yesterday.
I got hungry, guys.
You're good. 23-21. the Sooners beat the Tide. And so Oklahoma, if they handle business this weekend against Missouri, will be a top 10 team when LSU faces off against the Sooners. Yep.
And that's, listen, bring them on. I hope they handle business. I hope they win. Because at this point, it's all spoiler.
Right.
It's all spoiler alert. Anybody that come in, we should be looking to spoil their season. That is exactly how this thing's supposed to go right now. You got me? You respect them and you disrespect them by coming out there and giving them your best effort, and you knock them out of whatever position that they're trying to get to. That's all it is right now. It's self-gratification for us and us alone right now. So whoever, I hope they in the top 10.
Right, I'm with you. I think like Lloyd, you said,
Yeah.
Brandon Taylor went on and he said, at this point, it's if I'm out of the playoff,
you out.
You out of the
That's
playoff
right.
too.
If I can't go to the club, you can't go either.
That's right. I get thrown out, you getting thrown out.
You coming with me.
That's right. You coming right with me. It's over with. I agree with BT. I agree with him. Because that's the worst thing you want is you playing a team and they getting ready to go in the playoffs,
Right.
so they're all their stuff is still on the table, and now they're trying to beat you to sleep. No, not gonna happen.
No, I 100% agree. LSU and Oklahoma will face off
excellent.
in 2 weeks.
Look at that.
You should be a masseuse. You should be a masseuse.
Super Dave masseuse.
Super Dave. You should be a masseuse.
After Oklahoma will face Missouri this weekend,
That's a
LSU
sponsorship.
takes on Western Kentucky on Saturday. Western Kentucky does have they're
offense.
7-1 or 6-1 in the conference,
Listen,
something
bruh,
like that.
Bruh, it don't matter who it is. It doesn't matter
We're
who
running trick
it
plays
is at this
eight times in a
point.
row.
Right. It doesn't matter who it is. We have not, showed the ability offensively
Right.
to whatever. And Western Kentucky is a pretty good team. They got a couple guys on their team from Baton Rouge. So they're going to be coming in here with that fire. They're going to be fired up. Of course, they're going to think they're catching us on a downtime,
Right.
a down period. So it's not like they're not coming in here with the utmost confident, right? So it'll be nice to see us come out and beat that like how we know we can.
100%.
You know what I mean? So that'll be what I'll be looking forward to see what kind of game plan they put together against these guys, and to see coming out second start how the young kid does. Because, man, listen, he surprised me that he played that well from the pocket. I ain't going to lie. He looked comfortable.
Yeah, and he's confident in his throws, even when he is inaccurate.
Well, he's a
got
confident guy.
He's got that short-term memory where he's just going, hey, I'm still going to rip it next play.
That's the one thing. I met this kid when he first got here, and he doesn't lack for confidence.
Right.
And that's important.
You
at
can
the
tell the way
quarterback
he
position,
plays.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that.
He's got the goldfish memory. He don't remember the last
It's
throw he
over
just
with.
made.
Yeah.
We just
next
gonna
play.
eat, baby.
Give me the next one.
We just gonna eat, baby.
Because it was interesting to see the dynamic of, I guess, how LSU handled the Nussmeier to Van Buren situation, where it was he's probable to questionable to he ain't
To
playing.
out, right.
And I think that was the only way you could handle it for every party involved.
Bro, do you remember last week when we talked about
We were
this?
sitting right here.
We're sitting right here. And we asked the question and we said, well, best thing for you to do right now is say,
I'm hurt.
I'm hurt, shut it down, and let this kid go for and they wait until and listen, somebody brought the idea up on Sunday or Monday, and as I heard, it's gonna be too obvious. Let's just wait till Thursday.
Right.
And scratchy.
Uh-huh.
Well, because if you say he's probable on Monday, that gives him a week to get better, and you expect him to play. You say he's probable on Thursday, it's like, well, what can you do on
Exactly.
Friday to fix it?
When you're, well, especially when you're splitting reps, it's like, now, you hurt yourself again when you're not
No more
practicing
reps,
as
right.
much. It's like, and I do think that I want to ask you this. Is it fair to say that Brian Kelly maybe mismanaged this whole thing where he was never healthy, and it was just like, we're tied at the hip. My agent's your agent. We're going to play together until we're going to burn the boats. And then once he was gone, it became Frank can enter himself and go, brother, you've never been healthy this whole year.
Well,
Let's shut it down.
The thing about it with that whole thing is, it's like,
It's a mess.
It is when you have so many people and so many parties involved in what's going to go on in the decision making of this kid. But ultimately, when you get on the field, it's him. You know what I mean? So the bad decisions, that ain't because you can't throw the ball. That's a bad decision. And that's like, for me, And before even the health issue even came about, it was just the bad decisions for me. You know, it was throwing in a double seam, whatever it was. It was just a bad decision, the bad management. It was just a bad aura around it from him because it just was a different. It just looked like mentally. Now whether it's stuff wore on him, I don't know, but I'm thinking so, right? And that's what it was for me. Now you compound it with he's not healthy.
Yeah. And I think outside of the coaching hire and all of that, the second thing I'm looking forward to the most this offseason is the potential of some sort of light shined on that situation. The whole, not as much like him, BK, the injury, just everything that was so vague. And
you want some answers.
Yes.
I want a 30 for 30.
Like, yeah, I want a whole 30 for 30 on it. Like,
What if I told you?
Let us know what the deal was. I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most outside of the coaching change.
It's probably worse than we even think.
Right.
What? Nah, bruh. I don't. No, hell no. I don't think that I don't think that his injury was worse than what we think or worse than what they said. Because if that is the case, then they did him an injustice by playing him.
Right.
So I don't think it was anything that would jeopardize him from going forward. Right. I don't think he had no tears that needed to be stitched up or
surgery,
anything like that. Because if that's the case, you think more about the kid's future, right, as opposed to you being on the hot seat. Well, I would think that you would think that way, right?
Right.
So it'd be really, really funny though when they come out with all this and say that, we didn't divulge this information because
He was never on an injury report.
Right. Yeah, never. He wasn't on an injury report until
That's what I'm saying.
Saturday morning.
I'm going to tell you, the fact that now BK is pissed.
It's on the other side of it.
Right, so the fact that now they're going through this whole thing with his buyout and he's a little pissed and he's been not playing so nice.
Not playing ball.
Right? And I believe there's going to be a lot of
airing of grievances.
Backlash from this.
Yeah.
I believe that you're going to start now to hear or see some of the business that
See your dirty laundry.
aren't supposed. That's right.
Right.
That's exactly right. And they're going to be trying to air each other out, and this is going to get into a whole now Days of Our Lives.
the soap opera.
Yes,
that we've been
bro.
talking about since
Yes,
week one.
bro.
And I think because the way it could go down is like
Terrifying.
for Nuss, where he sits out these games, and before the pre-draft process, he just kind of blames BK and LSU for like they mismanaged this. Well, then
I've been hurt.
BK's got nothing to lose, where he could say, actually, no.
Well, he's going to go off of what his agency says.
Right.
Right. Nuss is going off of what his agency
Which
says.
is Brian Kelly's
And
agency.
and when you going now, you don't have no allegiance to none of them guys. Right. None of them. LSU, this, that. You know what I mean? This is you plan on coming back and being famous, but you're gonna have to draw a foot in the line when it comes to this, or this. But at some point, some BS coming out.
Yeah, somebody's got to say something.
Yes.
Well, and I think you could see the weight of the world was lifted off Nuss's shoulders when he's on the sidelines in the sweat. He never looked happier. He was so he and Whitten. You go from what any given Saturday they're playing Xbox together to like, oh man, we're gonna run it back and win a national championship. We're both gonna be on the sidelines
We're
in
both in
sweat.
street clothes.
That's where the year went.
It was chilling,
But
bro.
I was happy to see him happy because, like, you could tell this is like the weight of the world has been on him,
I know, bro.
and he's been like playing through injury. If that's what it is, it shouldn't have been that decision made if that's the case. But it was good to see him not have to go out there and be like he's not playing again, right?
Right.
Like there's no senior night. Nuss is going to get
Right,
announced.
right.
If they announced him as the starter yesterday, he's getting booed. Instead, it's like, oh, look at
Van
Nuss.
Buren, and they got this
Yeah.
cheer, the loudest cheer. The
pop.
whole intros was for Michael Van Buren, a quarterback.
And that has to hurt, Joe. Like, if
Of
you're
course,
Nuss, it's like,
of
hey,
course.
but, like, at least I ain't playing.
Because I'm telling you, of course that hurt him, bro. Because I'd have looked up and been like, you know what?
Fuck these people.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it's like, listen, guys.
It ain't an easy position.
Yeah.
Right. Y'all come do it.
Don't matter if I came in and come back next week. They're 2 picks against Ole Miss. They hate me.
Yeah, man. But listen, and that's why you can't get too into it. You can't, you know what I mean? Because at any given point, you could go in a little slump, right? And the next guy up is the backup quarterback.
And the people they like the most, yeah.
And it was like, let's go. Put him in, give us a spark. Let's see what's going to happen. And so, I mean, I don't think that's not something that he should not have known, though. He should have known that, like, you know what? I haven't been playing great. I do go to LSU.
Right.
The standards here are very high.
Been around here a lot.
Been
Right.
around here a long time. So
Because he's been that guy.
Yeah.
Backup,
That's
where it's
right.
like they put,
He
like,
was the
Matt
most
Johnson-
famous person in the
Right.
world at one point.
right.
And I think,
For all intents and purposes, like, he handled that well, I guess, on Saturday, where
I
it was
think
just like
so.
he was out of the spotlight.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's
man,
like, don't
it's
get to take a
hard
breath.
to be standing on that sideline when you've been used to being the guy.
Right.
That's very difficult,
Yeah.
bro. I don't care who you are. Any position is hard, but it's especially hard at quarterback. You've been the guy. You've been growing the guy. The season hasn't gone the way you wanted to go. Injury, not injury. Good decision making, but at not playing well. And now, at the end of the season, 3 games left, you're sitting on the sideline with an injury, and you got to watch another guy win a football game that you've lost 3 in a row leading up to this point. You know what I mean? So all that comes into play so crazy. And it's I mean, listen, it takes a man to sit there and go through it. You know what I mean? So like I said, it takes a man to do that.
And
so
I think the best thing that LSU could have done is what they did, because you couldn't have him in the pads over there to go. If you go 2 straight 3 and outs, and he got nuts over there, he starts throwing, and it starts to look like now this is a mess again. Instead, it's like take the pads off, go support your guy, and you become LSU's biggest cheerleader.
Right.
You and Witt are over there with a headset on, and it's like, this is fun. I got the best seat in the house. As opposed to like, well, maybe if we could have Nussmeier because he's suited up.
Yeah.
And that took pressure off Van Buren too. Like, they didn't have
No, it
another
did.
option.
They literally had no other quarterback because
they had Picarillo.
Yeah, the third.
Picarillo,
Emil
baby.
Picarella from U High.
Emil. Picarillo, baby. Picarillo was ready to go.
I'm sure.
What it was, I think in the announcement it was the backup and Jawan was the
He's the
third
third.
string.
That's what I'm telling you. They'd have played Jawan before they played Picarillo, though. They would have just been. Now, listen, that kid wasn't bad at you high, but he's not ready for that smoke.
That's a
on
big
him,
right.
step.
It's a big jump.
Big jump.
It's a little bit.
Hey, Catholic playing against Catholic High is good, but it's a little
bit,
different.
I think gets you ready for, that don't get you ready for Southern, so it don't matter. It's fine.
One of the
He
questions.
was slinging it out there in
Yeah,
the
he's getting-
warm-ups.
he's getting ready.
He was like, I might play.
No, I mean it was very.
No,
Van Buren
if
gets hit
something
hard
would have
one
went
play,
down, he would have
right?
played. Oh, Jawan would have played.
Yeah.
I take that back. Jawan would have played.
One question I'll ask both of you. Obviously, you get this win, get you bowl eligible, right? But you have one more home game left, senior night.
Dave, please don't come on.
Senior night next week against Western
You
Kentucky.
didn't offer us no vittles today.
What do you expect, both of you guys?
Say it again. I was paying attention to David.
The crowd next week, after you get a win this weekend, what do y'all expect it to look like against Western Kentucky in the stadium, the atmosphere?
Oh man. But listen, we had about 75 out, but we had about 65.
It filled out. It filled out more than I anticipated.
Okay. I anticipate, because it's the end of the season. This last home game. Mm-hmm. Last
Senior
home
night.
game and the senior night. I expect a good crowd.
Yeah.
I expect a good crowd. I expect a good crowd, especially how the season has gone. And our fans are wonderful. We have
Yes.
wonderful fans. I expect the fans to come out, pack it for these seniors, show their appreciation for these guys. Especially, the senior night different too, because now you got guys that transfer in, like
Right.
Delaney,
Right.
and these guys.
Fan
Halsey's
favorites.
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
These
Halsey's a
guys,
senior.
Halsey's a senior. My boy, I like Halsey. They come in. So I think the fans are going to show out for them this senior night, man, for these guys. I think Frank them going to make it special for them.
Yeah.
I think they all going to show out and show out.
Well, and especially because
Pizza time.
I think the way that it played out, right? Wherever you're doing the social media and you see how much they care
Right,
and they're invested in Frank Wilson, all of that. That's the only thing that really makes LSU go. And so fans want to go support that because it's fun
That's
again.
right.
And so they want to be able to end it on a high note. If you end up still having a lame duck in Brian Kelly and you lose to Arkansas, then you're going into and Nussmeier's trying to play, and it's like, I don't want anything to do with this.
Right.
It's the opposite of that. It's like, I'll go see Van Buren play. I'll go see if Harold Perkins goes and like gets announced on senior night and all of these things, and I guess Nussmeier will go out there and no pads, and you'll get the crowd wave. But I think that people, because of the way that it's played out, and you got to win, I think they're going to be interested in going again.
Yeah, I think so too. And one thing I do want to give Frank some credit and some flowers, a lot of credit. But Friday night before the game, because he said, I think on his Thursday presser or the Monday presser, they were asked about how do you want the fans to come out on Saturday, and he said in that press conference, you know what, Friday night when the people are getting their tailgate set up, I'll take the golf cart around, come say hello. And then, man of his word, Friday night ahead of the game this past Saturday, Frank took the golf cart around. Frank took the golf cart around and found some tailgates, took some pictures with some of the fans.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about.
That's how he's winning.
That's what I'm talking about.
100%.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Somebody that gets it.
BK knew they were out there.
Nah, but that's
he's
too
in
much
Florida.
of an effort.
Yeah.
Too much of an effort.
I don't
But that's what I'm talking about when I say somebody
behind the wheel either.
Somebody that gets it. But you would think somebody that doesn't get it would try to get it even more because you don't get it and you're going to be here.
Right.
You're going to sign a 1,000-year deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a chore to go out there, and Frank's like, I want to go see the people. These are my people.
Because he knows the culture.
Yes.
Because he's been ingrained in the culture. Now, I get it.
And BK should have here's a little cocktail, BK.
But you know, I
It was
understand
tequila.
it's tough. That's what I'm saying. But I understand it's tough for him because it is a tough culture. It really is. Mm-hmm. It's a tough place for you to coach and play.
Yeah.
It's very demanding because of the conference you're in. So,
And the standard that's been
for
set.
you, that's right. That's exactly right. So for you to not understand that and to know what level of work that needs to be put in, that has been put in, you should have called Nick Saban. You should have called A.O. Orgeron. And I don't know if he did or didn't, but you ain't take their advice.
Right. And that's how
You also had Frank sitting right there as your associate head coach.
You came back
that
to
can tell you exactly how to handle it.
Well, I think that's why he went and got him.
Well, Scott
It's for him to take care of everything.
Right.
And I'm going to go run and hit these bars.
Bars and balls. I'm just glad it's over.
One of the questions in the chat, Bo knows, is Kelly going to come and walk with his son for senior night? He asked.
Is he going to come coach? Is he fired yet?
I think he's officially fired. I don't remember exactly, but I do believe
His son on the team?
that BK's son, let's see, Kinzel Kelly? Kinzel?
Kinzel.
He is a grad student, number 50. He is on the roster. And so he'll be a senior.
Okay.
And it'll be senior night.
Hey, Dave, you're not the producer.
Executive producer.
Yeah, he's not the producer now.
But if anybody has questions, feel free to come grab a microphone.
Yeah, here we go. I think we
We'll
got a
always
question
do
here
Ask
from the
Bro.
crowd.
We don't want no questions from you tonight. Sit back down.
Big John.
No, sit down, Big John. You always get influenced in the wrong way. We don't want no spastic questions tonight, okay?
Barbie boy. He's a Barbie boy.
I don't care. I ain't there no more.
Go ahead.
What was our question?
If we had a healthy Nussmeier, would we have
No.
played better?
No. We had a husband Nussmeier from the beginning of the season. No.
Okay, what's your number 2 question? He's in it.
Okay, the second one. Follow up.
Should we keep this head coach or should we just try and get Lane Kiffin?
You and Lane Kiffin. What's the deal with you and Lane Kiffin?
I'm just asked, should we keep this head coach? Or should we
Answer
keep
my
him?
question. What's the deal with you and Lane Kiffin?
We don't know Lane Kiffin. We know Frank Wilson, and that's our boy.
Yeah, he asked about Lane Kiffin, though. You didn't ask the question, Dave. Are you his attorney?
I'm commenting about the question.
What's the deal with you and Lane Kiffin? You asked about Lane Kiffin last week.
Everybody's got Lane
I
Kiffin
mean,
on
you
the
saw
mind.
Florida come out with reports where they're saying this is a done deal, and they come out like, oh, actually material change because Jimmy Sexton's running this thing. Like, y'all know how to play ball with him. He's in the big leagues.
It's so much, to answer your question, it's so much, how can I say this to a kid? It's a lot to go through to get that situation.
It's early.
Yes, there you go, Dave. It's early. Okay? So, because Ole Miss will be in the playoffs, right? Because we have a deadline coming up with signing period and portal, is so much that goes into having a coach in place. And the fact that Coach Frank has really steadied the ship on all of those levels, I think it puts him into consideration at least for how these guys have responded to him, to how the coaches have responded to him. And I think if we win, these last couple games, I think that he definitely puts himself in position to at least get an interview, about it.
There you go.
Oh, and that's why this one was so important. Oh, nice.
There you go. I'm going to learn the signature real quick.
Yeah.
So what about Michael's red shirt? That's over with?
No, he still has it right now. So that was the last
4.
one.
That was the last
That was
one.
4. So if he
the
plays
red shirt
again,
gone. The red shirt
it'll be
gone.
burnt.
The red shirt
Right.
gone.
Yeah, because Nelson and I ain't coming
The
back.
red shirt
Nope.
gone. The red shirt gone. Don't worry about no red shirt. That's gone.
Yep.
That's done. They're not
Yeah,
about to
he's
set him
also-
down and play Picarillo this week.
And
And he don't want the red shirt. Now at this point, no one stays in college till they seniors. You know what I mean? So that don't matter at all. He's auditioning for either LSU or to leave LSU and go somewhere else right now over these last few games.
and if he could put himself in position with Frank Wilson, like, let's run this thing back. If
Well,
we-
Right.
if
well
we
that's what
win,
I'm saying. You either gonna pay him some money to keep him here, or somebody gonna pay him some money and pull him
Yeah.
based on what he does over these next few weeks.
Yeah.
And I think that's why this win was so important, because what would the conversation be today? If LSU had lost, it would be head coach search, head coach search,
Right,
head coach
right.
search. Now it's, okay, this is nice window dressing to at least get you to the next week
Well,
where
at least let
you
you
have
talk
something
about football.
positive to talk about.
Talk about the game.
It
Yeah.
puts the conversation off.
Yes.
Right.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And it should. Like, at least it saves you some time to go, okay, well, let's talk about football. Let's talk about, hey, Harlan Berry looked good. Caden Durham looks
Right,
a little bit healthier.
right.
Trey'Dez Green, get him more. Barry Brown played great. Like, all of those things are more on the table as opposed to if
Dave,
LSU
got on some
loses,
dunks.
it's who you're going to go get.
Yeah. No, I agree. At least gives you some football to talk about.
Yeah, and you're not, like you said, you're not talking negative.
Right,
Because
right.
you can see the team's bought in.
Yes.
That's all you're
They
asking
care.
for.
That was the whole thing before the week of Bama that we were talking about. Like, just get them back to the point where they want to fight
I mean, they
and
got in
play
the
like
stand.
LSU
Yeah,
plays.
They got in the stands.
That's 100% right.
You know? And I do want to credit the fans as well that showed up on Saturday, because at first, when the player introductions were happening, it was a pretty sparse crowd. There were not a lot of bodies and seats, and you started to see it fill out. And I thought really kind of, and through the second half, they were out there.
Don't
They
break the
did.
phone.
They stuck
This
through
is
to the end.
completely your opinion. Who do you think's better? Our
What was your
current-
first name? Completely what?
Completely
Your opinion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your opinion.
Mine or yours?
Yours.
Why is it mine?
He's asking for yours.
Yes.
You want my opinion?
Yes.
Okay.
Who do you think is better, Brian Kelly or our current head coach?
There's not enough sample size from our head coach for me to compare him to Brian Kelly.
Okay, I think Brian Kelly's going to be better than him anyway.
Yeah, I don't have enough to compare him. Brian Kelly's been a head coach for over a decade.
40 years.
Yeah,
Frank,
he told
Frank
35.
Wilson,
He told
Frank
us a lot.
Wilson has never been a head coach but at LSU.
Frank Wilson's our future. Let's go Tigers.
I'll take Frank over BK any
Yeah, I'll take Frank any day.
He gets
Any
his
day.
guys juiced up. You see
You
him
and
come
me
out of the
both.
tunnel?
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought
You
the
saw him
rock
come out of the
back.
Yeah, brought the sway back.
You saw
Rock
him
with
come
it.
out of the tunnel?
That wasn't new.
No, it wasn't new. It was just, but with BK, they didn't do it.
They didn't do that.
BK, it was like,
But
you
that's
know,
all the
buttoned up.
little things.
Uh-huh. Because he knows.
That's what I'm talking about. It's all the little
Culture.
things. He knows. That wasn't,
Did you hear the post-game comments? What did they say?
Do you
Frank
have a
Wilson?
question?
What
Do you
is-
have a, are you just talking over?
wanted to sit him
Are you
down?
just talking over his neck? What's your question?
The SEC Network reporter says, "Coach, what does this mean? What does this win mean to you?" And what did he say?
You
Everything.
tell me.
He choked up. He
That's-
says everything. And he
Is
started
that your
crying.
question though?
I'm just
He
telling
know he
you.
just
I'm
wants to be on the
reporting.
show.
Yeah, you might want them sit down, but when we sat you down, you didn't.
choked.
You choked.
He got a couple Pizza Byron's drinks in him, and now he's confident.
We need to make sure you get your wine first.
Yes.
That's what that is. That's exactly right. We gonna put you up because you got. I want you up here, right here. I want you up here. You need to come up here.
Breathing on my neck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all on Lizzo say you're not his girlfriend.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do a lot
That's
for money
Tiger Dave,
now.
y'all.
Yeah.
Tiger Dave.
Super Dave.
Super Dave. Super Dave.
Dave.
See, he doesn't have
Super
Big Lou to
Dave.
save him today.
That's the problem.
Yeah, huh?
Where is
Big
Big
Lou?
Lou?
I'm gonna tell you where
That's
Lou
the
is at.
problem.
Lou's in Las Vegas because he's a
Oh,
Cowboys.
God.
is
That
in
is a
Las
problem.
Vegas.
Tomorrow night is the Cowboys versus the Raiders.
Ah, he made his way to
And
Vegas
he's
for the
I hope he
Cowboys.
wins.
gambling on the Cowboys.
I hope he
but the
wins.
Raiders are gonna upset them.
Why you doing that voice?
It's
You
just-
think you?
That's Berman.
Think
That's,
you Berman?
that's Chris
Uh-huh,
Berman.
it's Chris
the
Berman.
Raiders.
Big Lou's going to the Bunny Ranch for sure.
Big Lou going to Bunny Ranch.
It's free. It's legal.
Is it?
Yeah, you can pay for it there. Ask Lamar Odom.
Yeah, don't ask him tomorrow.
Listen, we're gonna get Big Dave up here.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
Seriously, bro.
No,
Seriously, we're
I'm
gonna get him up here.
uncomfortable.
Dave, next week you up. You up.
that Western Kentucky recap.
Yeah, you up here. You up here, buddy.
Well, Ro, we appreciate you once again.
You. No, don't include her in your mess. This is your mess.
Super
It's your
Dave.
mess, buddy.
I think he's using a child as a meat shield.
Ask these questions for me,
Ask
buddy.
these questions so I can get the microphone. Deplorable
Hey,
behavior.
respect to the young kid, to the
Yeah.
kid.
Oh,
To
no,
the
he
kids,
asked some
dude.
good
There
questions.
you go.
He asked some good questions. I was just messing with him. It's Dave. Dave is crazy. Nah, the kid was good. That was a good question.
Yeah, it was. It
That was
was.
a good question.
Ro, we appreciate you every Sunday here,
know it. You know
live
it.
from Pizza Byron's. Make sure you continue to tune in. You want to come hang out with us in person. It's
I'm
got
gonna
a
be with
great
y'all
atmosphere.
tomorrow morning, dog.
Come on.
You
Come
said
on.
that
I
the
done
past
go.
two
I was just
Mondays.
about to say, I know. I'll be there tomorrow, though.
We appreciate you,
tomorrow,
Ro.
dog.
We appreciate you, Ro. Every single Sunday live, 4 to 5 here at Pizza Byron's in Willow Grove. For me, Ro, Lloyd.
And Tiger Dave.
And Tiger Dave.
Super
Super
Dave.
Dave.
Super Dave.
We'll see you next time, and we'll also see you tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m. from Southern Regional
Tune
Medical
in
Center.
now. We're going to be there.
We'll
Get a
see you
little more
then.
in depth.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Want to know, right?
1-0. Yeah.